From the majestic castles of the Loire Valley to the revolutionary cries that changed the world, France's story is one of mystery, power, and reinvention. How did this land, steeped in myth and glory, become the heart of one of the most powerful nations in history? Let's uncover the untold story of France, from medieval legends to the fire of revolution. Before kings and armies, before revolution and enlightenment, France was shaped by legends, stories that told of gods, heroes, and distant lands. One of the earliest and most enduring myths was that of King Arthur, who, some say, wasn't just an English hero but a French one as well. His legendary court at Camelot stretches into the very heart of France. But the true spirit of France began to emerge in the 5th century, when the Merovingians, the first Frankish kings, ruled what would later become France. Their legacy was not just one of power, but of unity and identity that would echo for centuries. As the Roman Empire crumbled, the Franks, a Germanic tribe, rose to power in what is now France. Clovis I, the first king of the Franks, united the tribes and converted to Christianity, forever changing the religious landscape of Europe. But the Franks weren't just warriors, they were builders, laying the foundations for the powerful French kingdom that would come later. Through them, France's deep connection to Roman and Christian traditions would forge its unique cultural identity. Fast forward to the 9th century, and France is beginning to look more like the country we know today, especially under Charlemagne. Charlemagne expanded his kingdom into much of Western Europe. But it wasn't until the 17th century that France truly became a dominant force. Under King Louis XIV, the Sun King, France radiated with unmatched power and culture. Louis built the extravagant palace of Versailles and made France the cultural center of the world. The monarchy was absolute. The French were masters of art, science, and diplomacy. But behind the grandeur, cracks were forming. Then came the French Revolution of 1789, a seismic event that changed the course of history forever. The people of France, tired of an oppressive monarchy and inequality, rose up for liberté, égalité, fraternité, freedom, equality, and brotherhood. The revolution was brutal, chaotic, and transformative, tearing down centuries of tradition in just a few years. King Louis XVI and his wife, Marie Antoinette, were executed. France was reborn as a republic. But the revolution didn't stop with liberty. It birthed a new world order where people had a say, and monarchy was no longer absolute. Out of the chaos rose one of history's most iconic figures, Napoleon Bonaparte. In a few years, Napoleon turned France into an empire, conquering most of Europe and spreading revolutionary ideals across the continent. Though the empire fell, Napoleon's legacy shaped the future of Europe and the world. France was no longer just a kingdom, it was an empire of ideas. Today, France stands as a symbol of freedom and equality, shaped by both triumph and challenge. The revolution's ideals influence the world, while France's culture, from philosophy to art, fashion, and food, shapes global identity. France may not rule an empire, but remains a beacon of culture, power, and history. The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, the streets of Paris, these are testaments to France's story of myths, revolutions, and rebirths. So the next time you think of France, remember a country that's reinvented itself from the myths of its ancient kings to the flames of revolution. France's story is one of resilience, revolution, and the unbreakable spirit of its people. What do you think? Is the story of France still being written?